So I got this letter from my dad. I was actually about to send him a mail myself. I prepared this for him. It's a photo album of us or Chanel's newborn photo shoot. I prepared this mail for him. I was just about to go to post office to mail this thing off, but my dad sent me a letter before I could send him mine. So I'm gonna find out what it is and then decide to send my mail to him or not. So what do you think this is?
I think he's just going to ask you how you're doing. Hope everything's going well. And COVID-related questions.
Well, he could have just sent that on the phone. He did call the other day, right? So
Yeah,
they're
but
asking about how that we're doing fine health
right.
wise.
But I mean, he's your dad, so you would know better. But I mean, my gut feeling is he tends to ask the same questions. Like he starts off like that anyway. About, hey, hope you're okay, and hope you didn't catch COVID. Right.
My guess is that they might be selling their house, and they're asking me to move out all my stuff.
Where
It is seller's market. You see like for sale signs on the houses everywhere in our neighborhood.
I know, but like, where are they going?
Oh, maybe rent somewhere or they bought another house. Who knows?
But you're sure they're gonna stay in Calgary?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Anyway, let's find out.
I don't know. He's your dad. What do you think it is?
준식이에게 별일 없는지, 애들은 건강하게 잘 지내는지, 코로나 순환 시대의 건강 관리 한층 신경 쓰기 바란다. Nothing too crazy is going on. That you're doing fine. That you're healthy. That you're doing okay during Corona.
I told you.
And that they hope that you are paying attention to your health. And he's talking about forex, the currency exchange. He said he has a account, forex exchange account, and that he talked to my sister about it because he wanted to open up a forex account. Something about Alberta address, and now he's talking about Cyprus address, the country.
Is he planning to transfer money, like wire transfer? Like what's
I think that a lot of people open up their bank account in Cyprus to avoid tax.
Oh,
Because I think that's one of the countries that's a tax haven country, maybe.
okay. Interesting. Wait, he's asking you about it or he's telling you about it?
Okay, he's giving me background on Cyprus, the last 46 years, blah blah blah.
What's blah blah blah? He didn't say blah 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 in his
I don't-
letter.
No, but I'm not quite understanding.
But still, for the sake of me, what's he saying?
Okay, saying in Cyprus there are more than 200,000 or no, 200 companies like that, where the address is in Cyprus, even though you don't actually live in Cyprus.
And then, what do you get out of that? I don't understand.
Now he's talking about my sister. He says, in this scenario, your sister would meet Russian people and Europe people. Huh?
Is she dating?
Or they're doing some business with Russia or Europe?
Oh my gosh, you're gonna get arrested. Is she a spy? I cannot anymore.
I'm saying because something about like Russian and Europe people hacking. It's the reason why he couldn't change the address to Cyprus.
Did he lose money?
아빠가 내게. Okay, now he said, now I'm asking you for a favor. Dun dun dun. Here comes.
So at the end of the page is when he said that?
Yeah. A child who is living separately from their parents come visit the parents, and then a few days later the parent died with COVID.
Great.
He's not talking about mom, right? He's talking about someone else.
Keep going.
Because I never visited them.
Unless your sister has kids. Keep going.
He's saying until the corona passes, that we should all be careful. I don't know what the hell he's
So
talking
that pretty
about.
much sums up that you can't go over there.
서로 방심하는 사이에 무슨 일이 일어날지도 모르니. He's asking me to open up a Forex account and give him the access.
Why can't your sister do that?
Because he's saying all the Russian hackers is the why she can't do. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense.
I think your sister said to him, Dad, I'm not gonna do that because there's so many Russian hackers, blah blah blah. I think that's what she said. And he said, oh, your sister won't do it because she's afraid of hackers, and therefore, can you do it?
회사마다 차이는 있으려 하는 minimum deposit $100 to $200 to start. 만약 이것이 된다면, if this is possible, 아빠가 75회 생일 선물로 준 것으로 생각하겠다. Then he's gonna assume that is his my gift to my dad for his 75th birthday.
He's turning 75
Yeah.
this year?
Alternatively, you can refurbish his desktop computer so it's usable. He said he's gonna call me in about 1 month's time and think about it and let me know what you think.
Just giving you a month to receive this letter.
And he's telling about some arbitral laws that in 2016 this new law was passed, blah blah blah, in Canada.
Well, hopefully this is all legal, right?
The Pfizer has some side effects, so does AstraZeneca.
So only
And
take
also
Moderna.
take vitamin C and D, that will help you get through coronavirus. And there is a Korean grocery store by the Walmart in Royal Oaks. That's what he wrote in this post-it.
We found that Korean supermarket, remember?
So, it's a very strange letter.
It sounds to me like your dad is looking for a way to make some supplemental income on the side.
The thing is, Forex thing was something that I introduced to my family way back when I was in university.
About this exact.
No, not the. He's talking about futures. How you betting the price will be higher or lower in 3 months time. That I never did.
Yeah,
like
'cause it's
I
gambling.
only did like I buy US dollars and hopefully it will go up. Like kind of thing,
Yeah.
right? That's the thing I did back when I was like 19 or 20.
Right.
And every single time I did it, I ended up
Losing.
wiping out. So I put like $200 in. 2 months later, I wiped out. So I put another $500 in. Like 6 months later, I wiped out. So because you would go up, and I'll be in like hysteria, happy, right? So it's
go
finally
right
going
back
up,
down.
and then crash, right? And then I wipe out, and then my $500 that was then put in goes down to zero, right?
So what makes him think this is a good
So
idea?
like every single time I tried, it would only go up
By
a
a
little
smidge?
bit, and then I would
Crash.
wipe out eventually. I never was able to sustain positive cash flow. Only for a short period of time, then I wipe out back to $0. Like lose all the money I put in.
Do they know that? Does
Yeah.
your dad know that? And yet somehow he thinks this is a good idea.
And then because of that, I thought maybe I could write some kind of computer program to determine, like, right, when you should buy and when you should sell, right? So like I did some like the MACD trending last 14-day average is below the stochastics average. If those two lines cross, that's when I buy. Like I tried to write the program like that, and it would work when I look at the past data. Like I have this algorithm and I apply it to the past data, then I can forecast, oh, this would have made $600 if I got in, this would have made $800, right? Now you try to apply that for the current numbers that's happening never works.
There's no pattern.
So I eventually gave up on trying to write a program that would let me know when to buy, when to sell currency exchanges.
Yeah, because things change.
And then
all
I
the
just,
time.
at that point, I just stopped with Forex. Forex is not something that I want to do. So I never,
Dipped your toes again.
ever, yeah.
Okay.
But it seems like my sister was still, like, I think, like, back in, like, 2015 when I went to visit my family, they were still talking about how my sister's still doing Forex.
This is the first for me. You never told me that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I always
still
assumed,
waiting.
I assumed you're gonna lose money, all your money, just like I did. So yeah, you can. And then I told I told my dad about that story, right? That I wiped out every single time, even if I tried to create a program to help me figure it out, I still wiped out every single time. And then my dad was, oh yeah, if you can write a better program, I'm sure your sister will figure it out, something like this. So she's busy writing the program.
Since 2015.
Yeah, and I don't know how far they went, or they just gave up.
Obviously, they went far enough for her to be meeting with some Russian spies about it. What? Did that letter meet your expectations?
Hell no.
In what sense? Good way, bad way?
Okay, first of all, he's asking me for money, like he wants $200 deposit into his Forex account. Like he wants $200 laptop.
So good way, bad way?
Okay, first of all, why can't he buy it, and why can't my sister buy it for him? You're saying she doesn't have the money to buy a $200 laptop for him?
Do you think your sister has the money? And if so, where's she getting the money from?
If she has money, she made it from doing Forex. If she was somehow able to be successful at not wiping out
Right.
doing Forex.
But it could be that your sister's still figuring it out. So in the meantime, he needs a laptop. And your sister's not willing to buy him that until she's
I
sure.
think they are desperate. That's why he's writing this mail.
For money.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't say it bluntly, so they're going around the bush about it. That's what you're saying? I think you should go pay them a visit so you'll know for sure.
I think they're really desperate for money. I think whatever they're doing, they're like tanking, they're crashing. Whatever method of making money they're doing is not working out, and now he thinks that if he opens a Forex account with Cyprus address, that this is not going to work. So instead of just telling me straight up, give me cash, he's at least proposing a solution, saying if you invest in my business with initial investment of $500, and he's doing like a Shark Tank proposal here.
Okay, cool.
Or Dragon's Den proposal.
So do you feel you need to tell them, listen, pay them a visit and say, listen, let's not beat around the bush. Tell me straight up, are you guys financially okay? Do you feel like doing that?
Because every single time I ask that question, they would always beat around the bush.
Yeah, then you say, listen, I don't have time for this. I have 2 kids and a wife waiting for me at home. Just tell me up front. I will only help you or offer any suggestion for help if you will give it to me straight. Just go like that. Can you not do that to them? Like, you're an adult, right? And they're adults. They're treating you like a child.
What's the story about how a kid who lives abroad goes home to pay a visit to parents and then...
I think it's just saying be extra careful, Because you think your mom died? If your mom died, he would tell you in this letter, right?
Yeah.
Or he'll call you. He wouldn't tell you this story of hypothetically, or this is what I heard on the news. Do you know what I mean? I think she's fine. He didn't mention your mom, did he? Then you're fine. Good.
He did mention my sister's name a couple times, how my sister thinks that this website is the best website to start your Forex account. So it seems like my dad and my sister are in cahoots on
Making moolah.
through this Forex.
Cool.
address in Cyprus to evade
Do you think your
tax.
mom knows?
Maybe not. Maybe my mom is wise to it and say, you guys tried this so many times year after year,
Okay.
never made money, it's time to stop doing Forex. Maybe that's what mom said, and that's why he did not include mom in this letter at all. Because actually she's against it. Who knows?
What's your plan?
This is total curveball. I did not expect this. What to think about this? Am I still mailing that photo album? Like, he seems like he doesn't care about his granddaughters. He's more concerned about his bottom line because he's financially so strapped.
He didn't say that though.
It seems like
financially strapped part.
Okay, why would
He wouldn't admit
why
it.
would he request me to buy him a laptop? Like,
Wait, didn't they request for like implants before?
Yeah.
Dental implants?
Yeah.
How's that different from this one?
I don't know. But every time I go there and ask, are you financially okay? It's like,
So you do ask the
Yeah, I
back
do ask,
question.
and then-
Okay.
my mom is always the one who answers that question
We're
first.
fine.
Yes, and we're fine. And said your sister has a way of making money on internet. That's what she says, and she wouldn't tell me what.
Because yeah, that was my gut feeling the entire time. Not gut feeling. As you were reading, it was bothering me a lot. I'm like, at what point are you gonna ask, hey, when can I see my grandkids?
Yeah.
And
There's no mention of like that he wants to see his grandkids.
But still send him the photo. What's your plan? So your plan is, what is your plan right now, as of right now? And I'll give you my suggestion.
I feel that it might be okay to give him a new computer, but I don't know what and that's gonna whether it's gonna encourage him to go into this Forex even more if he has faster computer, because I think his computer is so slow that he's having a hard time. The page wouldn't load. Page takes 5 minutes to load, something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also having a new computer means you can get the news, you can watch YouTube videos.
He can email you.
Yeah, I think he just has not turned on his computer for a long time because it's so slow. So it might be okay to give him a new computer so that now he can be connected to the world through internet and read the news from the world and whatnot. But I don't want to encourage him to do more Forex with that new computer. Because he's just gonna wipe out. If he's asking, put initial deposit of $200 in for him, he's obviously gonna lose that 200 within a month or two.
So why not just give him the computer but don't do the 200? Even if you, like you say, it encourages him, at least you were not enabling him by giving him the $200 startup. Right? You say, I only bought this
what
for you
is he
because I
gonna
care.
do with $200? Even if he makes money off of that, he's gonna make $1.50 in the first week with $200
Well,
investment.
he's talking about overtime, right?
Yeah, that means this is gonna take. This is like 20-year endeavor to make stable income if you start with $200.
My suggestion is that you plan a visit sooner rather than later to your dad, just you. You know how initially you were planning to bring the kids in the car, all that? We'll hold off on that for a while, right? Start off with paying them a visit, finding out that I don't understand this letter, or telling them your views. Like, figure out where they are at, where your sister is at when it comes to Forex, this whole futures business thing, and say, okay, what exactly were you trying to relay? That way you could sort of exchange questions and clarify doubts and just clear the air. And then you get to express your concerns like that. I will willingly buy you the laptop as your birthday present, only because I want you to have, a new computer that is not slow anymore. And so it'll meet your internet needs or whatever. But, like, I am very hesitant about this whole Forex thing, unless they're able to convince you otherwise. If in your personal meeting you're not convinced,
I don't think there's anything they could do to convince me that Forex is a way to make money.
I mean, if you said that your sister is trying to figure out the code or a pattern, and maybe she finally figured it out, and then they have proof of like she figured it out, but she doesn't want to take the money out right now. And therefore, I'm asking you for a laptop and $200 startup, whatever.
Okay, if my sister figured out that she's making thousands of dollars, taking $300 out of that to buy a laptop
So
is
then
not
you
a big deal.
tell them exactly this. You say, okay, so it shouldn't be a big deal. And you tell them that it's not that you don't want to give them money. It's just that right now money is not the top of your list of concerns. Right now the top of your list concerns is will your kids be able to have any memory whatsoever of their grandparents before their grandparents passes on? That's all. You know what I mean?
Okay, how about when I go there, I do like a video stream chat with you and you show the kids on the phone.
Can I just set them up? Can I? Right? Okay, sounds good. We could do that.
So instead of just seeing photos.
But still send a photo.
Yeah, but I'm saying I think seeing them live, like seeing them, babble,
Interact, yeah.
seeing them running around,
try to make
doing her circle dance that Sabrina does, doing all that live, not just like a photo of it, the one that she did it, 3 months ago, not like that, right?
Yeah, for sure. We can do that. Saturday? Are you okay to go there?
So should I mail it first?
I don't know. Like if you mailed it, your dad is the primary person takes the mail, so you're sure that it'll be safe.
Yeah.
Your dad's not gonna come home with this whole pile, or the only pile for that matter, and your mom
Probably like
will
this
ask,
and bunch
what
of
is
flyers, like but Pizza Hut flyers.
And then your mom will ask, "What is that?" Because it stands out. It's huge, right? How can he get away with that? As opposed to you
No,
in
I
person.
don't think at this point he's not concerned about getting away from my mom because
We'll just let her burn it.
I showed that the photo, me and Sabrina, remember? I gave it to my mom.
The frame, yeah.
The photo frame
And
with
she
two.
threw it?
I don't know. So at this point,
I don't
my
know.
mom knows about the kid.
What
At
is
least
it?
Sabrina. I don't know about Chanel.
Because Chanel wasn't born yet that
Yeah.
time. Okay.
So at this point, I don't think he would try so hard to hide it from mom. He might still try to hide it from my sister. My sister may not know about this, or in their eyes, they think that my sister doesn't know. My sister could already know, just not told my mom and dad that she knows.
Here's another thing for you. Are you gonna tell your sister?
But how though?
You're showing up.
Okay, this is about the every time if I go upstairs, that they're like closely like walking, like directly in front of me, right?
So you have to shove them out of the way.
So that when
Is
I go
that what you're
upstairs,
saying?
that I will go into my room, my former room, right?
Uh-huh.
And then as soon as they go, we're like going upstairs together, like step by step, like they're so close to me, right? And then my mom would put her body right in front of my sister's door, so that I don't try to go into her room.
This is insane. So you're saying if you wanted to visit your sister, you would have to go through the barricade of your parents.
Yeah.
What would happen, like if you physically say, out of my way? They will restrain you?
They might.
Is this normal to you?
Yeah.
This is normal in your household?
Yeah.
You're not gonna do anything about it? Just, okay. Like, I don't know. Like, is there any way you could talk them down and say, Mom, Dad, you don't need to, we're all adults here. I'm not gonna fight her.
Or they're just
not
gonna
gonna
say
hurt
your
her.
sister is sleeping, so don't bother her. If I show up there like during broad daylight, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon,
Yeah.
she'd be sleeping because supposedly she was staying
all
up
night.
all night working
Okay.
on something.
Okay, so, but you tell them, I'm sure my sister wouldn't mind waking up to her brother, her only brother, showing up and seeing her after years and years of not seeing each other. Let me in. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, you know what I mean? If I haven't seen my sister in years, and then I stayed up all night every day, but then she shows up one day, and in the middle of my sleep, I would be excited to see her. Oh my God, long time. Oh, you got old. You know? Something.
I think I should call him.
You want to call him
Yeah.
and let him know you received a letter?
I received the letter.
And you're confused?
Yeah, I'm confused. You want me to create an account for you with a Cyprus address?
Because you're afraid, what, that maybe this letter was meant just for you and him to talk about, and you don't want to bring it up when you show up?
Maybe he's trying to keep this secret from my mom. I think from this letter, him and my sister are mentioned in this letter. My mom is not mentioned in this letter. So I get a feeling that mom does not know about how my dad and my sister are in cahoots to open up a Forex account with Cyprus address.
Isn't your dad's birthday this month?
Yeah, like 6 days after my...
So now your plan is to just call him to clarify, hey, does mom know about this letter? Because I'm planning to pay you a physical visit.
Yeah, and they didn't mention whether they got vaccinated or not, so I asked him that too.
Yeah.
Because
you see, 'cause you have to
they're in their
protect.
70s, so they should have gotten their 2 doses by now.
But it sounds like he made a comment about Pfizer and AstraZeneca. That he says they're not safe.
That's in his post-it note.
Okay, cool. So can you talk to him on the phone? Say, okay, then did you at least get the Moderna? Right? They had the choice of Moderna, I'm sure. Or ask them, do you need help booking? Maybe his online thing is too slow, or he doesn't want to be on a wait list on a call for hours, right? So say, do you need help booking? I can book for you.
Man,
Just write a list so you don't get lost in his beating around the bush antics. Write a list of things that you're gonna
he tends to talk really poetically.
And then you're like waiting for him to finish.
He talks like a Shakespearean sometimes.
And you wait for him to finish, and by the time he's done, you're like, oh, I forgot what I was gonna talk to you about. You go like that, right?
Even the time when we showed up to their place unannounced, that video, he's talking about, I'm not gonna live 1,000 years. 'Cause first of all, no human lives 1,000 years. Like, you know how he talks poetically, right?
Right. We would get along if only we spoke the same language. So make a list, like bullet points of topics you want to bring up, because if he starts going that direction, you're gonna lose. I can't remember what I talked about. And as you're talking about it, you cross it off so you know. Yeah. What do you think? Good idea?
Yay or nay on mailing the photo album?
Up to you. Post office is right there. How do you feel about the fact that he not once mentioned, I mean, he did mention, hey, hope your kids are okay.
Yeah,
did he say your kids or did he say our grandkids?
Just said the kids.
The kids.
The kids.
Okay, cool. They're not even yours.
With underwhelming. Just like every single letter he ever sent.
You always have high expectations and then okay. I mean, your expectations, they're selling the house, for goodness sake.
I thought that would be like a big news.
Big news! We have not gotten the Pfizer or the AstraZeneca.
Yeah, he didn't mention anything about whether they are vaccinated or not.
Doesn't sound like it.
So I should ask him.
What's your gut feeling? Are they the types of people who get vaccinated?
I don't think so.
Yeah, there you go.
I think
Just
they
like
think the vaccines are poisoned.
Like, I know my gut feeling was, oh, for sure my mom's gonna get vaccinated. And look what happened. She was like, oh, I don't know if I should. And then she ended up getting it anyway, but I was surprised that she was hesitant. I'm like, Mom, you're in healthcare. You should know better.
This letter is so bizarre. Anyway, I gotta go back to work.